Book your well-deserved vacation at WellDeservedVacation.com.
What are some of the celebrities and big names that have stayed here recently?
Perry stayed here as well.
Katy Perry?
Yes.
Oh, see, you say that on social media. She has more followers than anybody. So Katy, if this is
the best people. Ready for this?
Yes. Hello friends, WellDeservedVacation.com, and we are so blessed to be here in Brazil, in Rio. We have one of my best friends. This is the Christ the Redeemer statue. You want to see?
Welcome to Belmond Hotel Das Cataratas, the only hotel that is inside the National Park of Iguazu and in front of one of the 7 natural wonders of the world.
Yeah, I'm trying to show you. I think it's behind this pillar.
Oh, it's right behind the pillar?
Yeah, it's right behind the pillar.
To your right. Oh, yeah. Very cool.
There you go. Just like the picture shows you. Ah, there.
Looks like we're zooming in on those chicks.
Where in the world is WellDeservedVacation.com traveling to today?
Hello friends, WellDeservedVacation.com. We're back with another excellent travel video just for you. We are in Brazil. You can see behind me, that is the world famous Copacabana beach. We are in the #1 hotel in all of Rio, the Belmond Copacabana Palace. And you guys already know, for all the best deals and promotions for all your well-deserved vacation cruises to Brazil and South America, you know where to book it at with us at WellDeservedVacation.com. In this video, we're going to be checking out all of Rio. We're going to do an amazing tour of Rio. We're going to see the Christ the Redeemer statue, Sugarloaf, steps of Selaron. We're going to learn about the Brazilian people, the culture. We're going to check out this hotel, the Belmond Copacabana Palace, and then we're going to go to Iguazu Falls, the world's largest waterfalls. It's going to be incredible. We're going to check out the Belmond there. And because we're in South America, I have my Indiana Jones hat. I'm ready to go. This is Well-Deserved Vacation in Brazil.
Welcome to Belmond Copacabana Palace. I'm so glad you're here, and I would like to introduce one of our penthouse here at this building. So come with me. So you just go here, the living room. This is quite spacious, and then we have actually this amazing view. So I think it's the best of them, the best view of them. You ready for this?
Yes. Everybody ready at home? Wow.
And then it's fantastic.
Stunning.
Because all the way to them, Lamy, and then all the way to the beach. For the guys, and then if you like to stay here and then have your breakfast here or lunch or something, you can just sit at the table and you can have lunch just watching the sea. Okay, here we got a little toilet. We got here the wines and then the mini bar and everything.
Master bedroom here.
I like the decoration, they make the pictures on the walls and square. The best place in this room is the bathroom. And then you can take a shower, take a bath, and then look into this amazing view that we have here. You see?
Yeah, I would not get out of this. I would order room service instead.
I used to say to this to everyone, if you're going to stay here, you're going to stay here for all day. I'm not going to live here, I'm going to stay for ages. Yeah, we go to the shower.
That's a shower?
Yeah, this is the shower.
Oh, there we go. That's a real shower. Okay, so this is the master bathroom.
Throne. Yeah.
There we go. these all have different names, or they all just penthouse suites? You said?
Penthouse. Most of them like to be at the 601 or 602 because they're right in the middle.
Right. Perfect.
But it's still the same size. It's still the same decoration, and yes. And then only the different view is from the other side because they have the back of the hotel. They can see the sea, but they have the back of the hotel as well.
Okay.
And it's a little bit different. This is why you have actually all the platform because it's actually the bottom is black.
This looks like something out of like a Versace ad or something like
kind
that.
of, really, yeah.
Like that clock and.
I got the feeling when I got here the first time as well. And then we also have the view. I mean, it's a kind of partial view, but we still have the view from here as well. So you can look at the pool and you can look at the view.
Both the government and the Catholic Federation wanted to build something in order to celebrate this first century of independence of the country. I mean, in 1922. So, which was it? The statue. They came up with the idea of building a huge monument, this statue, to celebrate this first century of independence. So, in 1922, they started asking the citizens of Rio for donations in order to build the statue. So only 4 years later, in 1926, they had the money to build the statue. So they started in 26 and they finished building it in 31. Before building the statue, this whole mountain and the spot where the statue is nowadays, it was a favorite place for the King of Brazil, the monarch. We had a monarchy. So it was his favorite spot to see the whole city. So he used to go this way up here with his friends and the whole kingdom up to see the city. So it was his favorite spot. The cable cars of the Sugarloaf were built in 1912. So they are older than the statue. So when they were providing and planning the statue, they thought they could build the statue on where the Sugarloaf is, because it could be a good idea building the statue on the other mountain, so people would go up with the cable cars to where the statue was gonna be. But they changed the project because this mountain here is almost twice as high as Sugarloaf and much better located. So from here, people can see the statue from all around the city, which in Sugarloaf this doesn't happen, wouldn't happen. All right? Any question about it? I think I talked too much.
How tall is it?
The statue is 38 meters high. It has an 8 meters high base made of granite with 30 meters of statue made of concrete. Almost there.
How many steps are they?
Here?
From the base to...
From the base up about 220.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
not too bad.
But in altitude, everything feels like worse. Ipanema to the left and Leblon to the right.
So that's how you know when you go from one to the other.
Even if you're at the beach, because the canal goes in the sand too. So you always know which part you are. Guys, welcome to Rio. We are at the Christ Redeemer, one of the 7 wonders of the modern world. 7 million people in the city, and I hope you like it. Have a look. Actually, this is my favorite part of the tour. And why is that? It's because what happens here is very unusual and unique, okay, in the world actually. There was Selaron. Selaron was a painter from Chile. His name was George Selaron actually, so that's why the name of the steps is Selaron Steps. He has lived in many different countries in the world until he lived in Rio. Once he got in Rio, he fell in love with the city. It was a beautiful city, very modern at the time. So he decided to live here in the city exactly next to the steps. There are several houses next to the steps, so he chose one and he was living there. So in the 90s, he thought because he wasn't used to the way some things here are not looked after by the mayor of the city hall. So he decided to attach tiles on the steps in order to make it more beautiful looking, and also to pay homage for his homeland, which is Chile. So he attached tiles with the colors of Chile, which is red, and the colors of Brazil, green and yellow. So when we got to 94, he started in 1990, the city, his steps were already a sort of a touristic point, and the city was in a huge pod. You know how soccer is important for us, because we won the World Cup in 94. So the media came here and interviewed Selaron about his work on the steps. And the interviewer asked him how could one help him to finish his work without having to come here. So he said, well, you don't have to come here. You can send me a tile from your own country, your own city, that I promise I'm gonna attach it. And as a proof, I'm gonna attach your tile and I'm gonna send you a picture back to the same address who sent me the tile. Okay? Until the day, like even in 2000s, some older tour guides that were working as tour guides since the 90s, they told me they worked for people like you who already had the tile in the luggage, because in the bag, because they knew they were gonna meet Selaron here in the steps. But back to the story. So he didn't expect that actually this interview was gonna become viral in the 90s, not the internet but on television. So the whole world has seen this interview. So he didn't expect, but people started sending tiles from their own cities and countries worldwide. So what happened? He started receiving tiles from like Japan, Russia, United States, England, and he had to attach the tiles, even if he didn't know exactly what these were meant to be, you know, because some cities were unknown for him. So this is what I like, because it feels like an open sky museum. And I always challenge people once again to look for your own city, your own country, because the whole world is here in these steps. The actual reason behind the name of Sugarloaf, as many people ask me, this is it. Sugarloaf, some hundreds of years back, it was a quantity. Have you ever heard of this version? It was a quantity. Because the settlers from Portugal, they got the sugar out of the sugar cane, squeezing the sugar cane, they got the sugar out of it. So the sugar came out like with some fluids, like a small pastry or something like that, some fluids. And they put this mix in a bowl, which had a big opening up here, and it closed like a cone shaped. So they filled this bowl with the sugar liquid. So they turned it upside down with the opening down, and after the liquid gets dry, they took the bowl out. So this is a sugar loaf. It's a quantity. So back in the day, they used to say 1 sugar loaf, 2 sugar loaves, and so on. Just like we have like 1 kilo or whatever, you know, 1 gram. Because these loaves of sugar were sent to Portugal to be sold in there. Just like many other things in Brazil, lumber, sugar, coffee, and tea. We use it in the minerals. We use it to export all that to Europe.
Welcome to Belmond Hotel Das Cataratas, the only hotel that is inside the National Park of Iguazu and in front of one of the 7 natural wonders of the world. I'm going to tell you this is a very nice hotel from an English chain, Belmond. The hotel is originally from 1958, but our company Belmond, they acquired the hotel in 2007. So since 2007, it's under Belmond flag. I'm going to show you now one of the best suites that we have at the hotel, the Tower Suite. I think you're gonna love it. You have a partial view to the falls, and we get some important people that stay here, like Princess Diana in the 80s, and some other famous people like football players and politicians, writers, lots of people. So, as I told you, now I'm going to show you the Tower Suite 1100, which is one of the best suites that we have inside here in the hotel. So, welcome. It's an amazing view. It's a big one in size, as you can see. This is like the social area of the room. Then you have the bed. Inside this little box of wood here, we have a TV. And if you see about the window over there on the corner, you have a partial view in this window here. You can see a little bit of a view to the falls. You see, there is a tree, but you can see that you have the falls at the end over there. And it's a beautiful day, so you can get very nice images from the falls and from the park. I have to tell you that this is one of the biggest national parks in Brazil. So, and we have the river that you can see in front by the falls is the Iguazu River, which is the river that divides Brazil from Argentina. So on the other side we have Argentina, and the river is the Iguazu River. Okay. So as I told you, this is the biggest, or the second biggest one that we have at the hotel. The difference to the other ones is that in the other ones you have 3 different parts of the room. A hall, a room, the bed. Here everything is together, so it's just a big room. We have the toilet. It's one of the biggest toilets that we have at the hotel. This one here, as you can see, up here, we have shower, we have bathtub, so it's a big toilet.
Real quick, sir, I noticed there's this little bottle here.
Which one? Oh,
could you
this
explain
one is
what
a
this
gift from the falls. So when the people came here and when they go to their own countries, they can say they have a small bottle of water from one of the 7 natural wonders of the world, the Iguazu Falls. It's not drinkable, I have to say, but it's a small gift that I think in the future we'll remember. I've been there. So, and we have also usually a little message with some things about the falls, about the place. So it's just a little message from that.
That is very thoughtful.
Yeah.
Very thoughtful.
And now I'm going to show another very nice room, the Cataratas Suite. I'm going to tell you that this is the best room that we have. It's like the top of the cake, you know. You have an amazing view to the falls, and if I tell you that all the famous people, they have been here, of course, especially during the last Olympic Games and the World Cup of football, we receive very famous people here. All of them stay here. It's the biggest and the best room that we have. Even when you see the video by the website, you see this room, because there is a balcony right in front of the falls. You see, this is it's like a house.
Yes.
You have the room here, and the bed, and the other one with the balcony here, which I think is the best one. If you take a look at the toilet, very big also. 2 options, shower and bathtub, and the closet is here, a safe box. It's an amazing room, if you see. Now, the other one, this one here, and that balcony. So that's for me the best thing in the hotel. If you see here, if you open it here, you will have a beautiful view to the falls over here. Look, especially in a beautiful day like this, get amazing picture from the falls.
Biggest celebrities, they stay in this room?
Yes.
Okay.
Jackie Chan, for example.
Oh, really?
The royal family from England, I think Queen Elizabeth. Also Roger Federer and other famous people, they stay here. And also there's a tiny space here. And look what they have inside here. Wine. Just this room have this one. Wine. This is some bottles of wine. What we have at the hotel. The first category that we have at the hotel is standard room. We say superior room. After that we have the deluxe one. So this is the second category that we have at the hotel. In my opinion, it's a very good room. It's not a suite, but it's a lovely room. It's perfect for a couple that came here for the first time to stay. So this is the deluxe room. It's the second category that we have. It's a lovely room also. But
What is the view of, since it isn't is it just a garden?
Sorry?
What is the view of?
It's a normal
that's still
garden.
nice.
Yes,
that's very
some,
peaceful.
Sometimes you see some animals here.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
If
can
you
you
are lucky,
yeah.
maybe you can see a jaguar.
Please talk about the interesting animals that you see.
I'm going to tell you, the best animal we have in the park is the jaguar, which is a tiger.
Awesome.
I'm going to tell one thing, it's not good to be face to face by them because it's a tiger. If you see them in Mato Grosso in Amazonia, they catch the big snake from the water, the anaconda, they fight with crocodiles. So it's not a good animal to face. But we are lucky on the last days, on the last weeks, on the last months, because we saw some of them surrounding the hotel, very close to during the night. So usually we teach the people that don't go outside at night because they go at night for hunter. But this is like the top of the top, the jaguar, onça, we call it in Brazilian. Then we have also some black pumas. We have some yellow pumas. We have coati, which is the most common animal in the park. It looks like a raccoon. We have monkeys. We have some spiders, some snakes, 4 different types of snakes, 3 of them venomous. We have, I don't know, some lizards. You see lots of them. They are not dangerous. And I never taste it, but they say the people here like the meat of the lizard. I don't know. And we have some crocodiles. The most typical one, actually just one type of crocodile. The crocodile of the yellow throat. In Portuguese or in Brazilian, if you prefer, o crocodilo do papo amarelo. So, crocodile of the yellow throat. So those are the most common animals, and then we have some tucanos, of course, some tucanos, and some other birds here. Quero-quero is a very typical bird from here in Brazilian. I don't know in English which should be. If I'm going to translate, is I wish, but of course this is not the name of the bird. But in Brazilian is quero-quero and tucanos, and some other birds are very common here. So those are the most typical animals. But the most famous one is the jaguar, of course, onça. To finish, we are in a beautiful place here, the fireplace, which is my favorite place at the hotel, especially in this part of the year, the winter time. Here we can get 0 degrees, so I think it's lovely to have the fireplace to work and drink a very nice glass of wine here. It's a lovely one. It's a little bit European, let's say. I think it's one of the best, the highest points we have here. For me, it's the best part of the year to come here, winter time. It's really good. So we are talking about breakfast, lunch, and dinner. What happened? Usually when the people came here, the breakfast is always included. About the lunch and the dinner, we have some options that the person can, when we make the reservation, she can make a package. She can make a reservation of a room with the breakfast and lunch, or the breakfast and dinner, or a full. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Those are the 3 options. Usually for lunch, the lunch is always, and the breakfast, by the way, it's always in the restaurant by the pool. They pay restaurant, which is outside, is a lovely one. Is a buffet usually, the lunch, and the breakfast also is a menu, a buffet over there. The dinner, usually we have 2 options for dinner. Barbecue by the pool, where we have different types of meats. Chicken, cow, pork, salads, even some fish. So it's a very nice option, and some salads, different salads, some desserts. It's a very nice barbecue and buffet over there. Or if you want, there is the other option. For dinner, we have also another option, the Itaipu restaurant, which is on the front desk also area. And it's a la carte, so we have some options over there. We have meat, fish. We have, for example, one which I love, which the pirarucu is a typical fish from Amazonia. So it's a lovely one that we have here. So I would say that it's more international food with Brazilian type of way to prepare the food. So it's more like that, the a la carte one. And then we have a very nice wines, Chilean, Argentinian, Spanish. So I think it's when you came here, you are not going to be boring because you will have different options. The barbecue and the a la carte, and also a bar which Mr. Hanna have. I think he had a very nice burger yesterday. So the Tarouba bar is also a very nice option. It's a piano bar. It's open usually from 10 a.m. to 11:30 p.m. Not a restaurant, but if you want a nice burger, a nice salad, a nice snack, a nice appetizer is a very good one. And for me, the highest point is the caipirinha over there. They have very nice caipirinhas with typical cachaças from the north part of Brazil, from the state of Minas Gerais. So, as I told you, if you came here, you have thousands of things to do. I just want to say thank you. It's really good to pass those kind of information, so it's really good to explain what we have here and to teach the people that to came here is not to stay just a regular hotel, just an ordinary hotel. If you came here, you are going to stay in a very special place, not only for the falls, but because of the employers, because of the hotel, and all the options that we have to offer. So it was a pleasure to be with you, to explain you some facilities, and we are waiting for you here. Hope to see you here. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for taking this journey with us on this well-deserved vacation in Brazil. So when you and your team are ready for that well-deserved vacation in Brazil, you know where to contact us at WellDeservedVacation.com for the best deals and promotions for all your well-deserved vacation cruises going down to Brazil and South America, and of course all the top resorts in Brazil, such as the #1 hotel brand, the Belmond brand. You know where to contact us at WellDeservedVacation.com. So we're just going to let it ride out here and just enjoy and admire the beautiful Iguazu Falls. If you've ever been to Disney's Epcot or Disney's California Adventure and you've ridden the soaring ride, this is our favorite part when you soar over Iguazu Falls. So it was such an honor to be here in person in Iguazu Falls. And if you've never been here, you definitely need to put this on your bucket list. Thank you so much again for watching our video, and we'll see you all on the next well-deserved vacation adventure.
To subscribe to WellDeservedVacation.com on YouTube for more amazing videos. And remember, for the best deals and promos, book your #WellDeservedVacation at WellDeservedVacation.com.